Hey, so right now it's about 6:45. Yeah, that's right, 6:45, and I am at Salt Pond A4. I just biked 10 miles to get here. It's right in front of the Santa Clara, well, behind the Santa Clara water cleaning facility, as people have already mentioned. And then I'm just gonna keep biking around, but this looks like a potential launch site, except not really. Sorry about that. There's just like a trail that goes up here, which is why I was thinking it's a good launch site. But the problem is there's this thing right here, and even though it gives on the rest of the salt pond, you still have to go all the way down there, which I guess is doable, but annoying to say the least, especially if you can launch over there and the wind's coming from over there. So here's the second launch site, which is pretty nice. Looks like not quite sand, but dirt all around, and it's probably one of the only places with only dirt. That's where we were right now. Yeah, where the buildings are, that's where we were. So this looks like just about the same latitude. The wind is going straight that way. So it's a good launch site. There's definitely enough space. I feel like you'd probably could only launch 2 kites at the same time, but I don't feel like there should be any more than 5 kiters here. 5 to 10 probably. 10 would be a bit much, but if they know what they're doing, and if the wind is nice. Oh yeah, and then one thing to notice, there's no wind up till there, because obviously the downhill slope right here creates a disturbance, causing yada yada yada, which means the wind only picks up at the wind line, down there. So it would be hard to launch unless you're either in the water a little bit or here, because there's actually some wind. And surprisingly, I still don't... Oh, is that Moffett? Yeah, that may well be Moffett, which means we are actually fairly close to it. Within less than a mile, I'd say. Maybe a little more. Maybe about a mile. About a mile. And then the rest of this really isn't kiteable. I mean, maybe over there, but I don't know who owns it. And then I was wrong. There is one like small trespassing sign, no trespassing, over where we weren't, but it's very, very small. It's not well indicated that where the no trespassing zone is, because it's right in a fork between the roads. So, and then to the left is to go back, to the right is to go around. And so it probably means to the right, but you could probably make an argument also that it means don't go in between the fork where there's a lot of brushes and etc. And it's 6:45, actually it's 7 now. I should be heading home soon. However, it is completely flat here. So, except for like this last part here, but besides that, it's completely flat, which for the kites, I mean, this part doesn't even really affect the kites unless you're taking it really low, because most of the time this is about like 10-foot vertical drop, so not that much. So the kite is generally above 10 feet in the air, I'd say. So it really shouldn't bother the kite. But yeah, that's really nice, and it's 7. It's 7, and there is still wind. It's not a huge amount of wind. It's probably a good amount for like what I've got. Maybe a little more wind would be nice, but I've got a 13-meter Nash Charger and a Sector 60, and I weigh about 160, 155. So, yeah, that's about it. Oh, and it's a lot big. It's not... I'm not sure how much bigger it is than Shoreline. It's kind of hard to tell. On the map, it looks about... On Google Maps, it looks about 10, 20 times as big. Here, it only looks maybe 2, 3 times as big. But I spend a lot of time at Shoreline, so I cannot confirm about that. And other than that, you have a nice view of the South Bay area over there. And yeah, that's all the information you could ever need about Salt Pond 4A4. And oh, right, one last thing. If anyone wants to kite here, I'd be more than willing to come with, because I'm only an advanced beginner, and probably better to have assistance in launching the kite. And that's about it. Thanks. Bye.